My father-in-law used to live in White Cloud, which is about 60 miles away from us where we live. We could see that he was getting closer to needing care, and so my husband did some research and we found Curry House.
At Curry House, we deal with a lot of different residents. We have residents who are very independent in our assisted living, all the way up to those facing end of life. Then we also have our memory care neighborhood, and in there we have our residents with dementia or Alzheimer's disease.
The biggest eye-opener for me was the Virtual Dementia Tour. Prior to that, I really didn't understand why things were the way they were. And it really gives you a feeling of what dementia is like, and you kind of get a different perspective on the whole situation about how to care for them and what their capabilities are.
The Virtual Dementia Tour is a nationally recognized program. We purchased our kit from Second Wind Dreams and received all of our fun stuff and started hosting it. The whole point of the Virtual Dementia Tour is to kind of change and give you an idea of some of the physical and cognitive impairments that go along with some dementia.
It's just very disorienting and you feel at a loss. You just don't know how to handle what's in front of you.
The biggest eye-opener was the frustration that I felt, that I know that the residents are feeling as well.
First, our goal was to host it for our staff, and then we moved on to opening it up to the community as a whole.
It gives you a new perspective on what to look at when you do encounter a resident with dementia.
Prior to the Virtual Dementia Tour, the staff, I don't think, had a full understanding of life with dementia. Most of our behaviors were dealt with medications. Once everybody went through the Virtual Dementia Tour and kind of got an eye-opener that really it's the caregivers and the environment that are causing these behaviors, and if we know to take those distractors away or those things that cause the anxiety away, oftentimes the behavior will subside.
The biggest thing that we've seen in a change in our caregivers is the expectations. Really setting those expectations for our residents to their level. I've seen caregivers working with residents who now have a different approach.
After I took the tour, I find myself speaking a lot slower, a lot clearer. I try to let them read my lips, get right in front of them if I'm talking to them, if I'm not right in their ear. That way they can see my lips moving, they can tell what I'm saying. I've trained myself to walk a lot slower. The tour is really, really informative, and if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't know what I know today. It's very helpful.
The biggest one I get is the first thing is just, wow, I had no idea. I had no idea that my mom feels like this. So I'm getting a lot of empathy, a lot of relating, and that's the entire point to the program, is to empathize or to understand what our loved ones are going through.
It gives you a lot more compassion. Everybody should go through this.